X.
There are no rules but one. Drink Jägermeister at minus 18 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, and hearing you speak now about 8-10 chapters into future, do you have everything planned on such long term? And how often does things that you are like 100% sure you will write change in the meantime?
So I don't have everything planned, but I have a lot of things planned. And I tend to plan more in the beginning of the run. Because if you plan more in the beginning of the run and you have good storytelling instincts, the second half of the run almost kind of writes itself. It's like I don't know the term for it, but you can fractal patterns, right? You create a design. At first it just looks like an oval, then another oval, then another oval. At some point when you've drawn 30 ovals, you start seeing that, oh, it looks like a flower. There's a pattern being formed here. Writing is a little bit like that. So if you are careful about what you draw at the beginning, eventually by the time you get to the middle, you'll start seeing the pattern. And then therefore writing the second half of it becomes much easier and you don't really have to plan ahead for the second arc. So I'm at that point where I'm kind of in the middle of the run and I know what the pattern is and I can see what it looks like. I can see all the moments where what I did in the beginning of the run will become meaningful and important in the second half of the run. Yeah. So so the answer is both. I plan ahead and I don't plan ahead.
Yeah. And I must take this chance while we are all speaking about Detective Comics to highlight even Kegel's covers for Detective Comics, which are breathtaking, unique, captivating, and beautiful pieces of art. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I was in France last week, and Evan is somewhere in France, and we met, and he gifted me one of the originals for his covers. And I don't know that a lot of people realize this. They're not done on paper. They're created on scratch boards. So literally he is taking a knife and scratching a black board to create those covers. And it's insane to see the amount of work that goes into each one. And also, I think Evan and I mean, we're working on a creator-owned book together as well. And we're good friends outside of the comics relationship. But Evan and I understand the aesthetic of the run. So it's kind of nice to be working with someone who doesn't have the history with superhero comics. So when I say, hey, we want to do operatic Batman, you get operatic Batman. And yeah, it's a joy to see.
Yeah, it's like even the covers tell the story that you're
Exactly.
We stay genuine, uncensored and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us and subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday. Ikuzo!